Hey friends, it's Andrea from Reselling to Freedom. Welcome back to the warehouse. It is Monday morning, 10 after 9. I left my house, drove past here essentially to go to our house that we have under contract. Here's hoping everything goes through inspections today. I needed to go check on something. So I went that way, which was 25 minutes to get there. Took the dog with me, grabbed my few things I needed to take, left there, came back this way, and there's a stoplight out down the road. It's a big giant intersection, so it took me longer. I drove past the warehouse. One of my girls' car was not here yet, so I kept going because I'm really driving past here. Go home, drop off the pup. The driver for my delivery that is supposed to be here around 12:30 called and said he'd be here around 9, which is totally fine. And I had a feeling he was going to be early. Whenever I have this many pallets coming in, I have 12 today. They usually are way ahead of schedule because I'm usually the only stop or one of two, so they're ahead of schedule. They haven't had anything slow them down on the way. So he should be here any minute. I have to send an email. I'm ahead of schedule. Mondays are my busiest day. You guys know this, but I'm ahead of schedule because I was here like 4 times yesterday. I try not to come in on Sunday. I met one customer who lives a little further away. I cried a little bit. I sold my old violin on Marketplace to an older couple who was super nice. And then they bought a few things, and while they were here, I was doing a little bit of work. I have 2 phones. My phone, and I call this one the bat phone. I had it on silent and I had put it down. I left here to go to the gas station to go before I went back home, and I couldn't find it, and I thought it was in the car. I called it. Fun fact, if you Google find my device and your phone is on silent, it will still ring. So I had to stop back in, find where it was ringing. I had put it on a shelf when I was talking to them and just left it there. Today's delivery, 12 pallets, and I was kind of excited. I'm not anymore. 6 pallets of lighting and 6 pallets of lighting. 392 units, 482 units, $1,800, $1,600. There's no pictures, they're just stock. And the condition, salvage. Merchandise requiring significant repairs prior to resale or else will be used for parts and components only. Cosmetic condition, damaged. Items with significant rips, tears, scratches, or otherwise cosmetically flawed, which stinks, but we have had salvage pallets come in before, and not everything is bad. Like, they'll be still factory sealed. They've just been sitting on a shelf somewhere for ages because they're just covered in dust. So I'm hoping that's what we get today. All I have to do, which I think I'm gonna do now, is I have 3 pallets of tile left in the hallway because I don't have a good spot for where I want to put that. Although maybe, I don't know if I have enough time now. I could bring it out here. I've cleared a little bit more space out of the hallway, so I could possibly put it there, but I don't know if I have time for them. So I just pull those out, put the 12 pallets in, and worry about the tile later. So let's go do some more work, and I'll be back. Truck unloaded. The hallway is a little crowded. There's a spot right down there where I have to like suck it in to shimmy on by. There's 4 pallets out there that are, I don't know, a third of the way full, and I've had the Home Depot lighting ones so often I know to look inside. So we're gonna go down there and cut open the boxes and probably put everything into 1 pallet instead of like 4, and then everything will be in the hallway. I gotta move those boxes down there because, I mean, I could fit, but I gotta really suck it in. And let's go move those. I've peeked at some of the stuff. It looks okay. I'm always gonna have ones that are just trash, but let's go down that way. These 4, I've already peeled open 2. Bonus, we got part of the straps because I'm always looking for $20 for lunch money. I found a roll of stickers so far, but that's it. But like this one, there's just a handful of things in there, and that's silly just to take up all that space in the hallway when I can put that stuff into there. And this one I can probably fit in there. Let me open all of these up and see how much I can cram in there. 1 is way better than 4. So far I've seen Beyond Bright Lights. We've had those before. That looks like a whole box of lamp.
I love lamp.
Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp.
Just like the bottoms, no shades. I have extra light bulbs while we're lighting. I'll plug those in and see if they work. People like those. The shades, you can just go to, there's a Home Goods not too far from us. You can just put a new shade on. So let me open all these up. You know, this is my favorite part. Oh yes, definitely combining. It's a waste of space. I get it for their delivery purposes, but for my hallway purposes, not gonna fly. And if I didn't have light bulbs, I do now. Now, as many Home Depot deliveries as I've had, this is broken and is not lining. This is the and more part. Milwaukee tape measure. I think it was I planned. You know how on my maybe last video I got rid of all my cardboard? Just kidding. It's back. I ended up with just 2. That one actually had 2 boxes of those lamps together, and I didn't want to smash them, and they're a little heavier, and that one was pretty full, and I had busted part of the cardboard on the side. So I'll move those 2 to the hallway and then move my tile back, and since it's Monday, back to the side. I know one of the girls is not coming today, so I will not look at any inventory today. It's hot in here, so I will come back for the inventory probably tomorrow, and then we'll sort through. There does look like there is some good stuff and some pretty nasty stuff, so a little both worlds. Okay, it's been a few days. The hallway, when I first moved everything down, there was no path. I literally had to shimmy and kind of lean into a box to get down the hallway. We started going through everything Tuesday. Today is Friday. Wednesday, I had the girls here, and let me tell you guys, we kicked butt. We had such a fantastic system of how we were all doing different tasks at the same time. I had one of the girls helping me move big stuff and clean and rearrange because I wanted to go to the thrift store and donate a few things. I have a broken fiberglass tub that it's been through the auction a few times. She's getting donated. So I moved all that stuff by the front door. I had the other 2 girls putting in things at the same time. And then we had items lumped together where we had 30. I think we had 35 of the same little like Waze cameras that you like put in your house, but we're doing those all as individual SKUs, so you have to take them all out individually. It still goes fast when you have them lumped together, and it's way less of a risk of potentially double selling an item because they all have their individual SKUs. Like if you have a quantity of 35 and you're talking to somebody, you scan it and you move it like, oh, did I move it? Was there 14 in there before? Now there's 13. It's way easier this way. So I'm actually getting ready to leave in a little bit. We had a friend win something big. They live super close to us. I have the truck today. I'm gonna load up and just take it to them. And then I'm going back to the pool this afternoon, not for a few more hours because I have more work to do here. My goal was to make it through an entire pallet today. I had 3 or 4 customers come in already, and they were bigger items. I will add in a funny picture here of a heavy gazebo on one of our carts, Frank's grandpa, and it was so heavy. It was a teeter-totter, and I'm solo, so I was trying to get it on the cart before the customer got here. He's fantastic. Every time I see his name pop up and he wins something big, I'm like, oh, we will not have a problem loading this at all. And we didn't. We took another dolly and just kind of wheeled it up onto his flatbed, and it was perfect. So I'm going to show you the difference between salvaged items and perfect ceiling fans, for example. It's 50-50 if I want to open every single item, but I usually do, because when you pick up some, you go like this. Something tells you you should open that, because this was a salvage delivery of all 12 pallets. You don't know what you're gonna get, and a lot of them are super, super, super dusty, so I try to wipe off the boxes. But I have 4 on the ground next to me that are identical. The one has a different box, but I put them all in separately. I just found 2 more. So I can't finish one task without starting the next one. I was moving over items that were similar and lumping them on the floor next to me. Then I got distracted. And there's another one. We have had this brand a lot, and I really like it because it's super modern stuff. The cardboard inside always smells funny to me. And when I picked it up, this was all that was in there. No cardboard, no packing, no nothing. And I'm gonna go with the she's been used. I try to take close-up pictures of the wires on the back to see if they've been cut. Like this one, I don't know if the camera's gonna focus. It's all like frayed, but I mean, this is an easy one for me to take pictures. I am covered in dust and styrofoam because some of them got stuck, and I think they've been sitting on the floor for a long time. Like the plastic inside is kind of a dingy yellow on a few of them. And the ceiling fan next to me, that's how it came in. No styrofoam, no nothing. At least they returned the light bulb. Some of them are just questionable. Now the ceiling fans that I have here were perfect. I could even tell by the tape, but I did open one yesterday where the dome on the inside was cracked, so I'll still open them. In the condition, I'll sometimes put open to confirm condition, appears to be new, untested, because I can't test the ceiling fan, but those were perfect. These guys, they were not perfect. So let me take you down the hallway for a little tour because it's been 4 days since this has been delivered. This was completely full. This is also stuff from previous deliveries, but this was my goal once I started to make it through everything. I'm close, but I won't make it through. This has mates I saw down there. This I want to plug in sets. Oh, so like you can see the tape on this one. She's probably brand new, but because of the type of lamp that it is, it's easy to crack even if it's packed well. So I will take that one apart. Let's go for a little tour. Like these. There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. I think there's 2 more down there, and there's about 4 more down there. So we'll put those all together at the table in the same time, but open each one individually. And I just saw this one. It's down by that side. A lot of it is easy, but then you get to these where they're all just individually small, tiny little boxes. These are the lamps from the very beginning. I have not even touched them. They're all like small light bulbs. We are lumping some things together. Outdoor lighting, if we have a bunch of them, we'll do like lots of 6. So you can do like your whole sidewalk, your whole driveway. Sometimes they sell for more. We've had these before. It's so funny because I've gotten so used to the Home Depot styles and names. I'm like, oh, Ashby, we've had that before. Oh, Bayfield, we've had that style before, because we've had a lot of lighting in the past 1.5 years. I'm gonna see how much more I can go through. But so far, this has not been a bad delivery. I did see all of those down there. Probably a dozen of the exact same light, which is okay. And this is all small stuff. Everything will fit on the shelf. Nothing is really big except for the ceiling fans. It makes it a lot easier, and the floor space. The pickups I've had today, mini fridge, gazebo, and a few small things, but my walkway down this way, I have cleared out so much stuff. I did a lot of follow-up this past week to have customers who hadn't picked up their stuff, little reminders, so that made my walkway so much less messy. And then it's easier for us to get stuff out the door. So let me see what else I can get to. Well, it's Monday, the following Monday from the delivery from last Monday, and the hallway's still full. We've made it through a lot, but we need to make it through more because we have a bunch probably coming in this week. We won a few auctions Friday afternoon, and the one is a truckload. They haven't scheduled anything yet, and I think I have 3 things coming: a truckload, 4 pallets, and a single pallet, I think. But either way, that is way too crowded for anything. So tomorrow, everything from the current auction is done. We moved over everything. I had a ton of pickups this afternoon. I probably moved over 20 invoices, I feel like. A few people wait a few weeks, and there's a few resellers, so I just combined everything into boxes. I double checked everything, so it was good. Got my big giant cart. We just roll it right out the door. People park right at the end of the walkway, so it is perfect. But that meant we couldn't do much down here today. So tomorrow, game on. I have 1 more person on the way now. I'm kind of stacking things in piles. I have extension cords over there. I'm going to check those. Some of the stuff it's pretty good. Extension cords are great. I did check one, and I went to go plug something into it, and there was something stuck in it. So I mean, that one's on the current auction. People can cut them off. I'm not that handy, and electricity stuff kind of frightens me. So that's it for this time. We got to work on this hallway. Thanks for coming along. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you next time.